Um, Look, man, it's 3 points. That was the main thing that Arsenal wanted to get. So I think the key thing was getting three points. But there are still issues within this team, and I think that Emery understand what Emery's philosophy is, and you've got to respect a manager whenever he brings in his philosophy. His philosophy is that, look, man, we are an attacking team. I want guys to attack. I want guys to play out from the back, and I want guys to throw guys forward. We're going to play a high press because we're a positive team that wants to fully, relentlessly attack the opposition. So I get that. But I think you, especially if this is a process and this is not fully your team, you've got to take baby steps, baby steps. And I do think that more defensive security is needed. I do think that someone like a Torreira, who is very good defensively, is a guy you want to start with, who can be there to really protect the defense and can be just like an extra bit of weight to help a defense that needs help because Mustafi is trash. But I think, West Ham, I thought that they played really well. And I think that for West Ham, they had an amazing opportunities. I think for West Ham, you definitely saw a team that wanted to react from the very disappointing loss against Bournemouth in the last game. And Felipe Anderson, so Felipe Anderson is a dude where the guy is very talented. But you can see why he's not in the Brazil team. There is so much talent there because this guy has good skill, very good control, and has a good grace on the ball. But bro, pass the ball. Stop hogging the ball. There are times when this guy wants to beat 1 man, 2 man, 3 man. It's like, look, mates, you're not Messi. Okay, you're not Messi, you're not Robin. Pass the flipping ball. And there's so many instances where he could have just calmed himself, had a bit of composure, head up, assess what's around you, and make the pass to Arnautovic, make the pass to Mikel Antonio. But he lost the ball far too many times after he made up ground because he was being too greedy. But just not really for Arsenal, look, man, Lacazette has to start. Once you saw Lacazette brought onto the pitch, you just saw that Arsenal had much more bite, much more presence in attack. And you just saw that he actually complements Aubameyang very well because there are far more options in the middle of the pitch. Because I just think with Aubameyang there by himself, it is predictable, it is pretty obvious, and especially in a team that is where Emery's really trying to work out the midfield. I do think that Aubameyang needs a friend up there, and I think that Aubameyang and Lacazette playing one off of each other, trying to find each other, works really well. And I think Lacazette almost found Aubameyang in one bit, but I think it was offside. So, but I just think that for Arsenal, man, it's definitely a team that's in the process, and I think it's definitely a team that needs help. And I think you could just see that. Look, both teams defensively were a disgrace. I mean, if you're a defender, watching this match is like watching The Exorcist at midnight, like in some dark realm, because literally it was too open. It was ridiculously open. West Ham were open, but Arsenal were, I mean, my lord, these guys were more open than 3 damn canyons. So it was crazy, and I think you can't play like that. You can't operate like that. And I think for Arsenal, if they go like that against teams, especially against like a Wolves or a Bournemouth or an Everton or a Watford, they'll get beat. Because West Ham are a team that are in a process, but these other teams who already know a system and already in a process and already well versed in what they want to do, they'll beat Arsenal if Arsenal play like this. So they need far more better security. So I think that dude goes to Lacazette. I thought Lacazette was truly amazing. I think he played really, really well. And once he came on, he just gave Arsenal that extra spice and that extra fire in attack. You see, I want to give the brick of the game to Bellerin, but he did have an assist, and I think he was far better in an attacking sense. But I would still want to give it to him. But you know what? I'll probably give it to the Arsenal defense. So I think the brick of the game goes to Arsenal defense because as the better team at home, defensively they were disgraceful. As in, if West Ham were actually just far better on the ball, because West Ham had ridiculous amounts of chances based on Arsenal's poor defense. Man, so man, look, man, I know what you want to do, but there's a process in which you're doing, and I think for West Ham, the win will come. Same thing for West Ham. Arnautovic and Chicharito play both of them up front and tell bloody Felipe Anderson to pass the flipping ball.